Hi, so I am outside of Pizza Moon, which is the pizza place in Epic Universe. I'm not going to be eating there though, because somebody else on the influencer world posted about it and said, oh, this is so exciting, they have an ube crust that is gluten-free. It is not. You have to put wheat flour with the ube to make the pizza. No, what they have are 2 gluten-free crusts, so you can have cheese or pepperoni because they're cooked in a separate oven. I can get cheese and pepperoni pizza at home, so I'm not going to worry about that. The other thing that they noted, for my allergies, because I have the chickpea allergy on top of everything else, I can't even have the pasta because it's probably bonsai. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's a chickpea-based pasta, and that would make me very ill, so we do not eat that. So I'm going to skip this one for now. I'm sure other people will have eaten here. It's gluten-free pizza. I mean, if it's better than, Pinocchio's Village House is very good gluten-free pizza if you're on the Disney side of things. There are more interesting foods that I can try here. So I'm going to go over to the Isle of Berk because I was told their meat hall and a couple other places had a variety of options to choose from. And that's really what I'm looking for. So onward and upward to lunch. Hey guys, so we are outside Spit Fyre Grille. We are trying the beef bowl. If you want to get the salmon bowl, you can. And I think the others would be okay. I forgot to ask. But the big thing with this is, with the salmon bowl, they would have had to have changed the grain because they use ancient grains on that rather than regular sticky rice. So I've got sticky rice. So I wanted to go with one that was exactly the same as what you would order for anybody. So I am trying to take off a piece of meat off said skewer. Comes with balsamic marinated mushrooms and sweet potato hash, as well as the rice. So we're going to grab a bite right now. Woo-hoo. Oh, good. So it's definitely thoroughly cooked. But a really nice flavor. Not over salted. Which, they tend to oversalt here. Hold on a second. This gives me the opportunity to try this. That's a strawberry lime cider. So alcoholic, but it's a cider, so gluten-free. Pardon all the extra noise around me. I'm watching the Spit Fyre. I might be doing that ride next, and it definitely looks like I'd be getting wet. But that might be nice today because it is 87 degrees and sunny and hot. So, yeah, the rice is not over seasoned. It's got a good flavor to it. I'm going to try the sticky rice now. So the sticky rice has a vinegar. It's got a good level of salt in it. Almost a bit cheesy in the saltiness, but good. Sweet potato hash is pretty simple. Good sweet potatoes. I think there's some onion in there. Not particularly savory, not intense flavors. Very palatable. Lastly is the mushrooms. So they're a balsamic glaze. They're sweet. But they do have that nice kind of meaty texture that you get. A little bit of a peppery kick. Everything actually is really nice together. I haven't tried a bite with everything together, but each individual piece is pretty clean on its own flavor and doesn't sort of overwhelm everything else. The cider itself, I like that it's on tap. And it's definitely a more intense strawberry flavor than the one I've gotten over at Raglan Road. With a nice lightness of lime in there. Really nice flavor. Yeah, all in all, this is a really lovely meal, and I'm going to go eat it. So, and the bowl was $19.99. The cider, I believe, was $14. So $35 when all is said and done. But I'm sharing the table with a very nice person who has let me sit here because it's crowded and there's not enough seating. Okay, so we are at the Oak and Star Tavern right now. When you get into these places, the sit-downs, generally what you have to do is go to it, get a table, scan a QR code on the table, and then it pulls up your happy menu. and then you decide what you want. And when you have an allergy, then you just have to request a consult. And the problem I have with that whole concept is you're asked to do a consult. Like, you have to order your food, but you don't know if you can have your food. So it's almost like it's pointless. Like, I could put anything in that order and then ask for an allergy consult, but you pay for it first. You know what I mean? So they've got the meats and sides, they've got a bunch of, and none of it's marked for the allergen, which is a little bit concerning. Okay, so they have two versions of the grilled peach arugula salad. And I think I'm just going to stick with the straight salad. They do a version with citrus chicken as well, and then they have all kinds of sides that look interesting. A smoked harissa cauliflower, biscuits and mac and cheese, which you can't have. Tropical coleslaw, that could be nice and fresh. Right now it's hot enough that I want something bright. So let me think what I'm going to do. If I do the salad, then I don't need it. It's almost like if I got a single meat, I might want that as my side. See, one meat, one side is $21. The salad with chicken added to it is only $15.99. So, but I still want something lighter, brighter, and not. I don't want something heavy right now. So I think I am still going to go with that little salad. And then you've got the desserts are definitely nothing we can have. They have bottled water. And actually, let me take a picture of the QR code so you can see what they currently offer when you are coming here. So you can get a picture from that. All right, so I have now done, and they have Strongbow regular cider. And I already had some cider. It is way the heck too hot for me to do anything alcoholic. So I'm trying to see what they have that is fun but not alcoholic. They have cocktail. Yeah, cocktail. I mean, some of them sound really good, but again, I don't want to. I really think like it would make sense for each location to have cocktails and one mocktail. Okay, so I figured it out. Remember that allergen order thing we saw? You physically add that as if it's an item you're purchasing, and you list a one, and then you order your foods. That's the weirdest, stupid ass. Never mind. We're gonna add our our salad again. There we go. So again, $11.76 for the salad. And then you place the order. That's just weird. Because it doesn't feel like something you would do that with. And then I'll just ask some price. All right, so I've arrived to prepare my order. Enter table number, which is... Submit. That's just weird. I do have 4 sauces here. I have no idea if any of them are gluten-free. They won't be applicable with what I'm eating. I'm a little concerned because, as I mentioned before, someone said that the ube pizza was gluten-free. It is not. So other people, again, who are not gluten-free have been saying, hey, get this, and I just don't think it's safe. So it is what it is. All right, so we're going to chill here. There were actually tables outside too, but I think I really just wanted to take my body temperature down a little bit. So that's where we are. We're going to tell you when the food gets here. This is the Oak and Star Tavern, and we'll let you know what it's like when it arrives. So I'm just showing you a picture of the sauces right now. There are 4 there. The sweet, the harissa, and the tropical are all good for gluten-free. The huli huli is not. So don't huli huli if you're celiac or gluten concerned. The salad I got is perfectly fine for all of my allergens. I believe the chicken, from what they were starting to insinuate, is as well, but just so you know, we've got all that there. All right, I'll tell you when the food gets here. Looking at a picture of the salad right here. They do have paper napkins and then real silverware, which is kind of nice. So it is a peach salad with boursin, arugula, and candied pecans. So let's see what we think about it. This is a white balsamic dressing. That's what I wanted. There was definitely a sour, there's a little bit of vinegary kick. It's pretty far back on the palate. The peaches are not super sweet, but the boursin had some nice garlic.
You see the oh, ooh, okay. The pecans are not just sweet pecans. I'm gonna eat one by itself right now. Definitely hits the sugar, probably a brown sugar. And there's spice. I'm getting a burn at the back of my throat. Yeah. Got my tongue in my throat.
Better in that one.
And I don't know
The other one. You want to take a picture of it?
if the other seasoning is a tar or yeah, it's definitely got a chili burn. If you are spice adverse, get it without pecans. It's not painful, but I have a definitive burn in my mouth right now. They're not as crunchy as I'd like. They're a little softer, but pecans can tend that way. All right, so this one's got the onion, the peach. So let's see what this is like. Peach is very light. It's more like an apricot. I see one that looks grilled. Most of the others don't really look grilled. They were barely probably grilled. Yeah. Peaches are favorite. Got a little bit of peach flavor, but they're pretty flavorless. It's just probably the time of the year. Peaches are really better in August and June. Sorry, August and July. But it hasn't hit that right time of summer yet for that to be a really good salad. So, it's good. It's very fresh, it's very bright, it's very light. Dressing is nice, croissant is nice. Be prepared for some serious spice on this pecans. And try to get this when it's more in season. It's good though. I will finish this. Alright, off to the next place. Here we go. We are in Das Stakehouse. This is a relatively gory experience. We are inside what appears to be a mausoleum. I believe there are skewered dead vampires in here. Not and it just got very bloody red. So we are going to order. I have been informed by someone who I highly trust that there is a bloody panna cotta available. First thing you're going to do, you're going to add the allergy order. Again, remember, you click here, and then you're going to click that, and you literally add it as if you were adding an item to your menu. Then you go down into the items, and I don't need the food. I know some other people have visited them, and I will try them at another time. But we are getting what is called sorry, my eyes are drying out, Laboda cotta. So it's a panna cotta. It's a Greek yogurt vanilla panna cotta, brain shape with raspberry sauce. So we're going to order that. It looks like it's going to be a little disgusting, so why the heck not? We're going to review it. We're going to order it. I've got my ice water, so I don't need anything else. We're going to place the order. We have read the order. We're going to choose the order. I should have been showing all of this to you, and I'm sorry I did not. But we've got, all of the order stuff, and then I've arrived prepared. And then I sit here and I scan the table number. And it puts it in the system, so now they know not only what I've ordered, but where I'm sitting. And then the chef knows I have an allergy consult and will come and talk to me. So right now, I'm going to take that off of my neck. They've given me a table for 4. I feel kind of bad because it's just me, but we're just here for dessert, so we'll see what we can do. Lucky us, there's going to be maggots on ours. Okay, so the chef just showed up, which is why I kind of cut you short there. It's no chickpeas, no gluten, and obviously it's a dessert. Generally, you're not going to find shellfish in there. So he has brought that. He's already said we're all clear. but he's like, I want to check it myself. You know, I'm Santa Claus. I want to check it twice. So that was amusing. Okay, so the grain panna cotta covered in blood and maggots has appeared at the table. The picture of which goes right here. Someone else brought this up before too. This is not just a light reflection issue you're seeing. The silverware is black. Because everything. So, would have probably wanted a spoon, but this will work. So we are going to dig into the brain. We have more blood and maggots from the side. It's actually puffed rice and raspberry sauce, but let's give it a taste. See? Brain, maggots, yay. Ooh. Okay. So the crunchy bits are pieces of puffed rice. Yes, it adds a texture, but with the panna cotta, I could be fine without that. But the panna cotta itself. Oh, even better. I think it's on a white chocolate base. No. Okay. The base is it is white chocolate. Yeah. I was just chewing more maggots. Okay. I'm sorry, he called them that. I have to kind of stick with it. So, the panna cotta alone so they call it a Greek yogurt panna cotta, which adds a richness and a denseness to it. Really nice. Not super sweet, but still has some sweetness to it. And then you have the raspberry sauce that is both sweet and that tiny bit of sour. And then the piece of white chocolate that is sort of the baseline. It actually has a little lip to it to help hold the panna cotta in place. That's really well balanced. My guess is when they assemble this, and they pour the panna cotta brains into a mold, and then once it sets enough, they add the white chocolate on top to give it that shape, that gel. So I could go without the maggots. Everything else in this, spot on. Yeah. All right. So I believe this is the end of my time eating at Epic Universe. So this has helped you figure out how to snack around Epic, trying out gluten-free options. Please give this a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?